Hello again. Yes, I'm still working on my puppet. The eyes are still all over the place. But I can walk. Aha, yes, can you see me? Back and forth, I can walk. Anyway, that's my update when it comes to the character. Let's see what's been happening for the rest of my 10 days. Enjoy! The body. Well, I've been feeling sluggish these last 10 days. To be quite honest, I missed the gym. The journey has its ups and downs, and I really know that. But to be honest, the last 10 days has been more down than it has been up. But I think that I'm proud of the healthy choices that I've made, even though you can see I'm feeling quite bloated. And I need to get back to being in a more energized state. Moving. I've been mainly sat in one place, so it has not helped. And I wish I had a more positive body update for you, but this is reality. At the end of the day, let's just hope that the journey itself is full of more ups than it is downs. Anyway, let's get on with the lifestyle. Much as I've enjoyed juicing, there have been times that I have needed a break from a liquid only diet, and I think that this 10 days is one of those times. I have had a lot of fruit and veg. It's been plant-based really, and that's quite good. I mean, I had no choice because when you're coming off mainly liquids, you can't just eat anything. So it's been alright, but the problem is I didn't get my 10,000 steps in. It was very, very difficult, but I'll tell you about that in the update so I can keep these sections short. Let's get on with the numbers. Woo! The numbers! Who would have thought that the numbers would be something I'd be excited about? Anyway, it's not really because of the numbers themselves. I don't think they're that great. I actually put on an inch around my waist, but I did say I was bloated. But basically, it's because I'm not weighing in. I don't like weighing in, as you know. But anyway, I think that it's obviously I never like any movement down, but I think, well, I mean any movement up, but I think that considering I've been eating again, I would expect to have some kind of bloating. So I'm not really that bothered about it, to be quite honest. But I'm just glad the scales are gone. Yee! This week, the expert section is focused on how hard it is to lose weight. There are ups, there are downs, and I thought it would be nice to share about what we can do to help each other and help ourselves. Don't beat yourself up about individual days or weeks along your journey. There are so many people going through the same thing because let's face it, weight loss is hard. Let's see what they have to say, shall we?
So Gina, why is it so hard to maintain weight loss over a period of time?
This is definitely the most frustrating part of any weight loss journey. And we find that 95% of people who lose weight will then regain that weight again. So it can be such a difficult journey. And we do know, though, that the majority of people who are regaining that weight are just simply eating too much for what their body needs. And we often think that it's a lack of willpower or motivation, but there are actually a number of physiological effects that take place.
Really hard. The overwhelming majority of people who try to do it don't succeed or end up gaining back what they lose, sometimes more. And that's not just because pizza is amazing. It turns out your body actually pushes back when you attempt to slim down. The fat stored in your adipose tissue is a super energy-rich substance that your body can use in a pinch to fuel your cells. If you can't eat for whatever reason, or you just need a little extra energy to grow or reproduce, your body can turn to your fat, which is why from a survival perspective, having some fat is actually a good thing. Still, you'd think that losing weight would be pretty straightforward. Just eat less than you need and force your body to use up some of its fat. Then go back to eating a normal amount when you're the size you want to be. But the body doesn't want to lose its energy buffer, no matter how large or small it is. So when you cut calories, it reacts in ways that ultimately make it harder to lose weight.
It's generally accepted that body weight is determined by a pretty simple formula. We call it the energy balance equation, and it works like this. If the number of calories that you consume equals the number of calories that you burn, your weight remains the same. If you consume more than you burn, you gain weight. And if you burn more than you consume, you lose weight. Most people think that those of us who properly manage our energy balance remain lean, whereas those of us, like Amanda, who eat too much and exercise too little, become obese. We view obesity as a lifestyle choice, and the cure for it is simple: eat less and exercise more. This may sound logical, but it's wrong. I'm talking about a theory that says that no matter what you consciously want your weight to be, your brain has its own sense of how much body fat it should have on board, and it has a complex system in place that very precisely regulates your energy intake and expenditure to keep you within a so-called set point range for body fat.
So Gina, the big worry is if dieting isn't working for that many people, if 95% of people are going to see me put that weight back on again, then is dieting a sham? What's the point of it?
The thing is, every single diet is packaged differently. The low carbohydrate diet gives different promises and is packaged differently to, say, a ketogenic diet or a paleo diet or a fasting diet. And so those diets can work in the short term, but they don't offer that long-term benefit. And unless a diet is specifically promising long-term outcomes, then it's not necessarily a sham because, short-term it can be effective for weight loss.
A major question I had as well was you mentioned that making things habitual no longer need the self-control and the motivation to do them. So what are some examples of healthy habits that people can do to maintain weight loss?
So healthy habits can be things like eating from a smaller plate, or taking the stairs instead of the escalator, or standing up for 10 minutes in every hour, just to be more conscious of being more active. So it's really just the little things that you could do in your day that then add up over the week or over the months.
So what can we do? Well, in the long term, weight maintenance is far more important than weight loss. What's the point of putting all that effort and sweat into losing weight if it's just going to rebound straight away? Now, as soon as possible, or before you start dieting, put into place strategies that don't rely upon motivation and self-control. Strategies that you can work with in the long term. Gina's advice and research finds that making good practices into habits is a fantastic way to start. Whether it's standing up for 10 minutes every hour or ensuring that you habitually pack an apple or healthy snack each day. Make your hard work count and focus on maintaining any lost weight over the long term. You'll be...
Hi again. Oh, update. I think it's going to be a bit of life and a bit of the journey, because the last 10 days has been much more about the journey, the life, than it has been about journey. See, my brain's not even working. I did have some fun and some time to myself, mostly spent working on my little character, but I didn't get that much time, so not much has really changed. But I've decided that I'm going to call her Ems, which is my nickname. So then that way I can stop just saying the character, the character. So life has just been, like Rihanna says, work, 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 work. That's it, pretty much. Um, we had to go online, as everybody else did last year, and being online for all over a year, for around a year. And then in April we started preparing and thinking about going offline. And I'd say from about May, some of the centres started going offline. Just little bits, not fully, like a little bit offline. But now, for the last like 2 weeks, it's just been about going back online again. Here in Indonesia, the situation is up and down, mainly up in terms of numbers, but it just made work so much more difficult. So that's why I really didn't have much time with this situation of going offline again, and then also staff members and students testing positive. It's just like, ugh, too much. So yeah, that's been life. Back home working, which is not great. So in terms of my journey, yes, I did start eating again, refeeding, I think they call it. And I think that although it takes a lot more careful thought about what I'm going to have and what I'm going to, how I'm going to prepare the day, I still drink mainly coconut water and water for most of the mornings. Then I might have some fruit. Well, this is the last couple of days really. Then I'll have some fruit, and then I'll have salad. So it's still raw, pretty plant, not pretty plant based, just plant based. Um, not lemon is not as bad as I thought on a salad, but I think I don't know how I feel about it. Well, I know I feel bloated, so that's to be expected, I think, though, if you really think about having mainly liquid for the last 60 days. Um, I can only expect that it's going to be a situation where now I feel a bit heavy and bloated. I don't know what that is going to be going forward, but we'll just figure it out. In terms of exercise, a friend of mine, Theo, hi Theo, how are you? She decided that she's going to exercise with me. We haven't actually been able to coordinate very well, but we did have one session, which was yoga, which was supposed to be a nice, gentle introduction, but this woman tried to kill me, basically. So I looked up some other videos because my July with the 10,000 steps did not work out, did not get off to a good start. I did have a good plan, which was basically using the stairs. In my building, I live on the 26th floor, so it means I have to go down a lot of flights of stairs, but it's really creepy and like spiders and bugs and stuff like that, so it wasn't something that I looked forward to. Really, so that didn't really last very long. And then I downloaded some videos for 10,000 steps, and they're kind of boring really. So Theo and I are starting to plan again, and hopefully that'll be a bit more of it, and then I'll try and do these videos and even venture for the stairs again. Hopefully we'll see. Really creepy. But that's the thing that really influenced my choice for the expert section, which was, about the difficulties of weight loss. And in reality, I mean, I don't think anybody thinks it's easy. I mean, some people say stupid things sometimes, but um, I don't think anybody really thinks it's easy to lose weight. It's not easy to lose weight. It's quite difficult, but the thing is, as I said way back in the beginning, what's the alternative? So you just have to keep on going. So I don't want to be in a negative mental space when it comes to losing weight. I think it's important that we have a positive mental space when it comes to losing weight. So although it wasn't part of my plan to start refeeding, you have to just roll with the punches. So going forward, I think the aim is still to be more liquid based. I don't think it's the solution to everything. I just think that I don't move very much, especially now I'm back working from home. I literally go from my bedroom and then work in my front room. That's the kind of change of scenery, although I'm going into the office tomorrow. But you almost have to put a hazmat suit on to leave the building. So I'm going to just see how that all works out. Yeah, so that's pretty much been my last 10 days. Not much happening, not much changed. Bit of a longer update than I was planning, but hopefully it still fits in with the 15 minutes that I'm trying to keep these videos around. As always, stay safe. I wish you luck on your own journey. Thank you for continuing to watch and to follow and everything. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Have fun. And so I'm going to let Ems take it away and end the video. Bye. Well, that's about it for another 10 days. I don't feel too bad about it actually. It hasn't been my best, let's face it. But at the end of the day, what can we say? Sometimes you're up, sometimes you're down. And I feel like it adds a little bit of flavour to the whole journey, because it seemed like it was all like, woo-hoo, going so well. And then I had my first slip and I dealt with it. Anyway, I'll see you again on the 20th of July. Hope your journey's going well and have a fantastic 10 days. Bye.